Hello gang, welcome to the channel, and today we're going through the first character of the Halloween update we took, and that's Scene. Seems like really nice. I mean, the details on the model and everything feels really cool, but let's go and see if this thing worth, at least 20 euros from you. There is a specific situation that you can go and buy this character. It's only for 1 week, actually 2 weeks, and you can pick him up only from the event shop that it's actually here, but I can't see right now because I have already picked up all the event characters. So it's like 12 days and 9 hours it's here, but there's nothing for me to buy. As you can see, it's only these 10 these chests that you have to grind these tokens, and to buy these tokens it's not like you need to play this game mode. For this game mode you're collecting some other tokens. You actually have to go through the shop and buy any deal that they have these extra tokens, these fire tokens, as you can see here. And for 30 of these tokens, which is like 30 euros, you can get the uniform of Scene. This uniform is going to be available 1 year from now, and the thing that you already know, you don't really need to test, it's that it's a really great support for all supervillain characters. 55% increase the basic damage, combined with here artifact, which provides 15% at the 6th level. At the maximum level it provides 50% extra damage against villain, and it's this one. So combined you can potentially get like 70% in total buff against supervillain, which is really nice for a speed villain support. The speed villain supports we have right now in the game, it's characters like Mystique, characters like Craven, Green Goblin. They're providing like top 45%, so Scene feels to be the best support for speed villain day of ABX. So we're going through comparing here with Green Goblin and how good she is compared to him as a DPS, but in the same time I played with Green Goblin with 3 different teams. I played with him with Black Cat leadership and Scene as a support, and he making the main damage, being the main DPS. I also did a team up with him as a lead and Mystique as support and Scene as support, so double support and his own lead and his own support. And I also run some teams with Scene as DPS, so we can compare the value you're getting using Scene for ABX and ABL. But before we go through that, let's go fast forward through the events, what you need to do for the other events that don't need you to spend money. Really fast forward. Of course, I want you to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, comment down below in the comments what are you going to do with this event. Are you going to buy Ghost Rider and Scene? I already did a live stream actually yesterday, and I showcased Ghost Rider a lot, Scene also, to show you the value, and the first impressions. But let's come here and see what's her value on ABX, which is the main game mode that someone should use this character, because she's a tier 3. Already there are level 80s out there, already that there are all tier 4s out there, so there's no way she's going to compete these characters. But for ABX, she and Green Goblin, it's the only two that you can use. Actually, there is this event running on, and you can come here and pick up this artifact, this armor, obsidian armor, from dimension mission. So whenever you're clearing dimension mission, whenever you're clearing dispatch mission, or story mode fragments, whenever you're farming story mode fragments, you're collecting these weapons, and as more as of these weapons you collect, you're completing these percentages here. So potentially you can get in 20 days from now a P card, a Notice Blessing. It's random, it's not selector, and also a random artifact chest. So this is something you shouldn't miss. In the same time, there is this event going on that gives you the tokens that it's not the tokens with the money, it's different tokens that with these tokens you can come here and redeem some chests. As you can see, the rewards are pretty garbage most of the times. There are some cool rewards on them, but it's like 0.01% chance to get them. Most of the times you're going to get these materials that they are kind of expired, as you can see. But yeah, you have potentials to get some CDPs, some uniform upgrade tickets, but that's really rare to happen. Other than that, you just play the game. There's nothing else special. Of course, there is the event quest that it's going on, but it's the normal one that it's always there. And let's go to see how I have my scene right now. My scene looks like that. I'm undercapped on critical rate and armor. I don't have here artifact, as I told you, and I did equip a mighty energy on here because I feel like C is proc friendly, and for the characters that they are proc friendly, using a mighty rage, a mighty energy or a rage for ABX specific, not ABL, it's not a big difference. That's why also Green Goblin, you know, getting advantage of a CTP of Judgment better than raids. The difference, it's not the same because the physical DPSers don't have something like you know, don't have something like CDB of Judgment, but CDB of Energy, it's quite close. So the rotation, okay, I don't have all of the Urus, as you can see, and the rotation I'm using actually during the fight, it's a 5 cancel 3 5 cancel 3 cancel 4, and that's all, and you proc on the 4th skill. So generally speaking, you want to take advantage of your first and second skill, because as soon as you press your second and first skill, you can charge your tier 3 faster. So what people do also, it's like 1 2 5 delay cancel 4 and proc on the 4th skill. This is something you could use easy peasy with the CDB of Raids, but with the CDB of Energy, I'm not suggesting you to do that because it's a lot of skills, and perhaps something enable the proc before your 4th skill. The only skill you need to delay a bit, it's your 5th skill. Other than that, C is really easy to play, and if you have to use your tier 3 also, you can see the game suggests you to start with it, cancelling immediately 3 cancel 4. So it's super proc friendly, but yes, what I'm doing in my ABX and World Boss Legend video, whenever I'm using the rotation, you know, and proccing proper, like 5 delay cancel 3 4, I'm letting the 4th skill play, and after I'm doing 1 2, and I'm letting some extra damage there to hit, so this damage is not enabling my proc. So let's go and see what C is able to do. First of all, against a World Boss Legend, really high Knull. So for Knull, I was using CTP of Energy, as I told you, leadership of Sea-Hulk, and support of Ironheart. And it's not like the best team up you could get, but it's a team up. It's not a big difference like from the best. I could use like Shuri lead and support instead of Sea-Hulk, but Sea-Hulk has a really good damage. And as you can see here, I'm trying to charge my mighty energy. 6 cancel 5 delay cancel 3 cancel 4, and proccing on the 4th skill, you know, feels like the bars are melting. It's like 4 bars worth of damage for sure. But yes, in the same time, for the same situation here, you can use multiple level 80 and tier 4s. So yeah, why using here instead? I know, and the fact that you need to give $20 for this, I mean, yeah, it's not like a state of the game. Cheers also, it's not like a state of the game right now that we are lacking supports, and I could tell you, you know what, there is no supports. 20 euros, $20, totally worth it. But you know, stage 55 being able to clear with a level 70, yes, it was impressive when Storm came into the game, summer of 2022. But you know, autumn of 2023, this is not impressive in my book, you know. You need way more damage to be able to tell you, you know, go for here, Sin totally worth it, Sin do a lot of damage. If you're a new player, you know, and you want to build up your clears for World Boss Legend, in my mind, Sin is a totally skip. You don't actually need here. I did delay proc there, and yes, you can see, yeah, she is not struggling, she's fast, she's going fast, she can avoid stuff, but in the same time, I mean, I can't tell you go and spend 20 for a character that can do that damage for World Boss Legend. Yes, the priority and the main reason for anyone to build here, it's ABX super ABX speed supervillain. But yeah, other than that, the damage is not like impressive. In the first phase where the boss standing still and you can spam all the skills, feels better. Here I was trying to save my tier 3, but as it seems, you know, I'm getting over annoyed there, and I'm also using ignore dodge strikers, but as it seems she's not doing it, you know. It's 2 minutes left and 22 bars left, and as you can see, as the progress fast forward, yeah, I wasn't able to do it. It's 11 bars and 30 seconds. So I was struggling with here. I was struggling actually at level 70, stage 55 with a mighty rage. But we have to understand that before level 80s, we didn't actually was able to clear with normal characters, you know, not super builds, not super cards and mighty energy. We weren't able to clear stage 50 of Knull. So if I was playing a bit better, yes, perhaps I could clear this. But that's like the maximum that you can use here for World Boss Legend DPS, which is not a reason to pay 20 bucks in my opinion. But yes, let's see what she's able to pull out on ABX. For ABX, she feels really solid, you know, you need to pay attention on 1 or 2 stuff, but other than that, you can see here the proc happens really nice, it's really smooth, you can go through the second and the first skill and not enable your next rotation, easy peasy. You can have your tier 3 every second rotation, which is kind of annoying, but in the same time, you know, because you need to start with your tier 3, yeah, there is nothing that you can actually do. Even if you press your second and your first skill, you can't, there's no way you can complete, you know, a full skill set and go through the tier 3 before using a second rotation. So it's for sure 2 rotations and after a rotation with tier 3. As you can see here at the start of the roar, I'm like 3.5. And that's a CDB of energy, of course. CDB of raids could be a bit better. Here first skill cancels it really easy. You don't really need to try a lot. Just pressing the first skill and you're done. And as you can see here, I did my first, I did my second, and still my proc was there for me after I do my 6, cancel 5, delay, cancel 3, cancel 4. So she's super proc friendly. It's really hard to lose the proc with her. Here I lose the mighty energy proc, of course. I'm doing that a lot of times, yes. 6.4 here, and we are like before the second roar, which is not impressive at all, to be honest. For, you know, ABX damage generally. But for speed villain, it's kind of understandable, I guess. But let me show you what I was able to pull out with my Green Goblin right after, and how better my Green Goblin run my Sin did. Of course, you have to understand that my Green Goblin has generally a better build than Sin, and in the same time my cards are in favor for energy attack, you know. I have more energy attack than physical attack in my cards. So generally speaking, Sin is getting a less buff than my Green Goblin. Green Goblin is not also using a CDB of Raids, he's using a mighty CDB of Judgment. But for Green Goblin situation, CDB of Judgment, it's the best CDB for him instead of Raids. Perhaps with Sin here, if I had the raids, I could do a bit more damage, like 1 million, let's say. But I don't feel like I'm a lot of off in his in her rotation and in her output for an ABX run, you know. I didn't, it's not like my first run and I let this, it's not like I tried. I could be better, but yes, I pulled out like 9 million here, and right after I played again. But yes, it's not like it went way better, you know. I mean, another run and it was like 8.7, as you can see here. So that's an average. I could get like 9 million with here, which is not impressive at all. It's not impressive at all because in the same time, this is the old team I was using with Green Goblin, Mystique and leadership of Black Cat, and in the same time I was pulling out, as you can see here, 10.7 with this team up, and I have a CTP of Insight on my Black Cat, 10.7 with Black Cat support, Black Cat leadership and Mystique support. In the same time here I didn't use Black Cat leadership, and I used leadership of Green Goblin, Mystique as support and Sin as the second support, and the results wasn't better. I did took like 10.4, so replacing Black Cat with Sin doesn't really seems like a great idea, you know. Black Cat keeps the value of 65% that she provides for a lead, and you have to understand that my Black Cat also has the artifact. That artifact adds up extra layer, an extra layer of a buff, and also my Black Cat got a CTP of Insight. So here we're looking at a difference of 30,000, actually 300,000 score, you know, 10.7 to 10.5. But this could be changed, you know, if I had Sin's artifact, if I had like a CTP of Insight on Sin. So I feel like you can actually use Sin and Mystique as double support and leadership of Green Goblin and do the damage with Green Goblin. But in my situation here, I don't have the Insight and I don't have artifact for Sin, but I have artifact and CTP of Insight for Black Cat. And the last run I did was actually with Black Cat leadership, support of Sin, because Sin feels to have the best support buff, Black Cat feels to have the best leadership buff, and combined them both, they are both paywall of course, I was able to pull out easy peasy 11 million. So in my opinion, you know, Sin, it's meta as a support only for this day. All other game modes, all other things, you know, you can do that without Sin. But if you're aiming for top 16 of ABX, if you want here to participate in some specific content that you're lacking supports and you can't find yourself any other support, okay, C is the best to use. But yes, look at this. It's like I took from 10.7 to 11. So it's like 300k increase from using Mystique. Is this impressive at all? I mean, no, it's in my mind it's another situation like we took like Spot. It's really nice, it's really strong, but in the same time, because Green Goblin is an energy attacking character and most of the people, you know, on the card set, we must have energy attack and all attack on our cards. You know, we have rolled energy attack and all attack, most like more from a physical attack. The situation with the characters feels a bit worse than the energy attackers, and that's the situation for Spot. But for Shane, I feel like she took an upgrade, but she took a Barbie update. It's just a really good looking character with a support that you can use once per 2 weeks. Is this worth 20? I don't know. Your wallet. If your wallet has a lot of 20s, yes, give one for her. She's going to increase your score. If you have a budget and you need to pick up between her or get like 4 uniforms, no, 3.5 uniforms on Black Friday 1 month from now, yeah, skip it. Skip it 100%. It's for super veterans, super competitive players, top 16 of ABX and only. If I was in a situation that I wanna budget the spending on the game, I don't want to go crazy and buy everything, I would skip it. If I wasn't doing content for the game, I would skip it probably. But yes, it is what it is. I took her just for you to showcase how better she's doing my run for ABX and how strong she is for World Boss Legend. She is broke friendly, but yeah. Let me know down below in the comments what are you going to do with this hot girl. And in the same time, I want to remind you again and again and again, smash the like button, smash it guys. It's boosting the algorithm, helping the channel, letting me know that you like the content, so I can drop more content, I can drop more videos weekly. And yes, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed. Kisses in your faces.